Today we're meeting up with Ross Beal to take us on a journey from the north end to the south end and show how your choice in golf car can impact your freedom on where you want to go. Ross, appreciate you helping us out today.
You're welcome.
Can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
My name is Ross Beal. Before I came to the Villages, for a long time I was a professional golfer. I'm originally from Ohio. I've been in the Villages for about 2.5 years now, and with the Villages golf cars for about 2 years. I live in the Villages, and I'm very happy to live the Villages lifestyle.
So you live down by Eastport, and everyone can find you at the Eastport showroom.
Yes, when we open the Eastport store, I will be at the Eastport location. Currently at Spanish Springs and one of our bigger stores, so come see me when you get a chance.
Awesome. So can you tell us why tunnels are different heights here in the Villages? So we're over at Spanish Springs now, small tunnels, down by Eastport, tall tunnels. What's going on with that?
Well, when the Villages was originally built, a lot of the tunnels were smaller because a lot of the golf carts were smaller. So over time, a lot of things with the golf carts has changed. So we have much bigger tires, much bigger golf carts, lift kits, a lot of things like that. So the golf carts themselves has changed. So the further we build south, the further we get with building tunnels that are much bigger to accommodate those golf carts.
So here in the showrooms, we have a list with the different tunnels and different tunnel heights. So max height of a tunnel, max height of a golf car, and you're good to go, right?
Not exactly. A lot of the older tunnels are curved. So you'll have an outside edge, which is shorter than the max height of the tunnel. So you have to be conscious of how big the golf cart is, but how big the curve in the tunnel is, and be cautious of maybe running into the side or staying towards the middle to make sure your golf cart fits through that tunnel.
So inside the tunnel, you're gonna have the 2 lanes. So if you just go off what you think the max is and what the max of the roof is, that's considered driving in the middle, and that's not always gonna work out for you.
No, some of the tunnels are shorter and some of the golf carts are a little taller than others. So you're gonna have to be conscious of how big your cart is and where you're driving in that tunnel.
So why don't we take a couple golf cars and we'll show everyone what
All
we
right,
mean.
let's do it.
This is a very heavy use tunnel. We're at the intersection of 466 and Morse. The Star EV just barely squeaked by.
One of the good things about the Star is that we had them lower the roof height between 2 and 3 inches so they can fit in all of our tunnels. So you can see I'm 6'6" and I'm standing in the dead center of this tunnel. And when I move to the side, you can see that it shrinks a lot. So you really have to be careful of how you're driving through the tunnel so that you're safe with your golf cart.
Excellent point on the Star EV being 2 to 3 inches shorter to fit through our tunnels, because anywhere else in the country, if you were to buy some of these models that we carry, they would have a different height and you would not be able to fit through this tunnel right here. So any golf car you purchase from Star EV at the Villages Golf Cars will fit through these tunnels. Let's keep going. So now we are over here at the polo fields. If you want to go to a polo match or an event here at the polo fields, you need to go through one of these tighter tunnels.
This tunnel, as you can see, is definitely shorter than the last tunnel we were at. This is one of the shortest tunnels in the Villages. So you can see, as I inch towards the side, that we're definitely in one of the shorter tunnels. And you can even see some of the scrape marks here from people that weren't careful enough with their golf cart. So when you get to some of these shorter tunnels, you really need to be safe and careful and realize where your cart is and how you're driving your cart.
We're about halfway between Lake Sumter Landing and Brownwood. We're on Buena Vista and around 466A, and you can just tell how much larger these tunnels are starting to get.
Yeah. The further south we go, the bigger the tunnels are going to get. You can see how much more room I have here and how much more room the carts are going to have even on the sides in these tunnels.
Here we are in one of the newest areas of the Villages. We're south of 44 off of Megason, and you can just see how much taller and wider this tunnel is.
You can see the further south we get in the Villages, how much bigger the tunnels get. Virtually any cart can fit through these, but one thing you need to consider when purchasing a cart is you're not only going to be driving through these tunnels, but all of the tunnels in the Villages.
All right, Ross, so you live in the south side. You have no plans of driving 30 minutes or longer to get over here to Lake Sumter Landing, Polo Field, Spanish, any of that. You could buy any golf cart you want with pretty much any lift, right?
Exactly. With how big the tunnels are in the south side of the villages, you can have virtually anything you want. Something that's lifted that's this tall, significantly taller than me, as we've shown you through the tunnels, on the south side, this fits fine. Basically anything south of Route 44 or south of Brownwood. One of the other things you have to consider with a golf cart are the tires. Something that has knobby tires like an off-road tire are allowed on the cart paths, but they're not allowed on the golf courses. And if you have any questions about your tires, you can get on the district website, which shows all the tires that are allowed, and all the starter shacks at the golf courses also have a list of what you can have.